All right, Pelicans fans, man, it is another live. We're back at it again. The New Orleans Pelicans are facing the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight back at home, man. What a time. What a time it is, man, to be alive and be a Pelicans fan, man. This is great times, man. This feels like 2018, well, the start of 2018, I should say, before Boogie Cousins went down. But it really feels like 2018 with Anthony Davis and Boogie Cousins um you know what, I'm not even gonna say that. Even without Boogie Cousins, that was still a great series, and the way they finished up that season against Portland and everything. So I you know what, we can say that full season. But it's a great time to be a Pelicans fan, man, to be tuned in, to watch these boys play and go to work, man. They are really handling their business right now. They look like a team that wants to compete for championships right now. Zion is locked in. Brandon Ingram is locked in. CJ McCollum, as always, is locked in. And the rest of this roster, it looks like they're behind their stars. They're looking to lay down their arms and their lines, man. They look like they're ready to help their star players get through this rough and tough West, man. Um, I do say, y'all, there's a lot of important things coming up for the Pels. Like and they are located right now as the number 5 seed in the Western Conference, which is crazy, man. It's been a long time since we heard the Pelicans, be that far in the rankings in the Western Conference. This is the best record we've had in years. I think this is the best record we've ever had so far in franchise history. Um, Even with the Chris Paul days, man, when we was duking it out with Kobe and the Lakers, man. This team is really doing historic things, man. Breaking 3-point records, putting up major points in franchise history, man. So that this a lot of major things is happening. Um, this is what Pelicans fans were waiting for. We were all waiting for this team to be finally healthy enough to go ahead and get through a season and just see what this looks like. See if we can go ahead and move forward with what we have on this roster, or do we blow it up and try something else and try a different route. But I think the way things have gone this season, man, it has worked out really fine, man, really great. I'm so proud of this team. But with all that being said, at the same time, we can't sit there and get too laxed. The Pelicans right now are really 1.5 games behind the Los Angeles Clippers in the 4th seed. That is amazing. 1.5 games right now behind the Los Angeles Clippers. They win tonight. The Clippers lose tonight. That inches them right closer. And then when they play, the Clippers this upcoming week, and they beat them, and the Clippers lose again, they could potentially have the 4th seed by the end of this week, man. That would be a great opportunity, man. That'd be a great opportunity to give the Pelicans home field advantage in that Smoothie King Center. Have the crowd rocking in the background, man. This is something that I've been waiting on, man. I've been waiting on to see, man. We always talk about the New Orleans Saints and how the Saints fans in New Orleans go ahead and they rock that dome and make the dome one of the most terrorizing places for opponents to come in and play football games against the Saints. Man, if we can go ahead and get us, even if we don't get um, home court advantage, even if even if we get like game 3s and game 4s and we start seeing ourselves back in the Smoothie King Center. I just can't wait to see how the city responds and shows the rest of the world that, hey, this team, when they are winning and they're playing their best basketball, they can be supported too. And that we go down and we ride for them as well, man. That would be amazing atmosphere. I remember, like I said, back in 2018, man, when we had played, the Portland Trailblazers against CJ McCollum and against Dame Lillard, and that atmosphere was rocking, man. Um, that's what we need to replicate this year, but probably amplify it a little bit more than that because of the type of team that we have this year. Um, so there's a lot of things, man. This is exciting, man. I want to mention to you guys that the link is in the chat. As you see right there on my screen. If you guys want to go ahead and jump in here with me and want to hop in on the live, you always can, man. We always in here. Love having everyone on the live and tuning in and watching. And I see on just posted in the chat, he just said the most wins Anthony Davis gave us is 48 wins. Zion might pass that this year. That is amazing, man. That is amazing. That I after everything that's happened so far, with Zion in his career, the injuries and the national media talking crazy about, this kid is not gonna, make it in the league. He's too fat. He eats McDonald's. He does this and that. This kid might end the season with more wins than Anthony Davis did in all his years in the Pelicans uniform. I mean, that will be amazing, man. And you just got to give the kid props. Zion Williamson is playing some basketball, man. He looks dedicated. He looks in shape. I don't know if you guys saw the jump block that he had against the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, that looked Duke-like. I mean, this guy, it looks like he's ready to do some damage in the playoffs, man. And then to have, you know, Brandon Ingram on standby because we know what he looked like in the playoffs, man. I mean, I'm just telling y'all, man. This is exciting, man. And then CJ McCollum, the veteran leader, he heard all y'all talk, all these non-negative Pelican fans that I've heard over the years. He heard the talk about how he's too old. We need an upgrade from him. He's definitely heard it, man. And the way he's shooting the ball lights out, and being that leader, man, keeping the locker room intact, man, has been nothing but a fresh breath of air in that locker room, man. Let's talk about Trey Murphy too, man. Trey Murphy. A lot of people were giving up on Trey Murphy in the beginning of the season, man. Trey Murphy has turned it around. I knew he was gonna be a little bit sluggish at the beginning of the season because he came off the injury. But the kid, when he starts getting on and he starts hitting those threes, man, and he starts showing his confidence and he starts, showing that athleticism, I'm telling you, the Pelicans are already dangerous with a mediocre Trey Murphy. But when you have a Trey Murphy that's scoring 26 plus points, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I don't know how you win against the team like that if you're the opponent of the Pelicans, man. I just don't see how you stop that, man. It's and then you, of course, Herbert Jones, uh he better be all first NBA team this season, y'all. He better be. If he's not, I don't. They might as well defund the system, man. Just throw it away, throw it all in the trash can, man. Because the way this man controls a basketball game and takes your best, I don't know who you guys root for. If we got other fans, other sports fans, which I'm sure that tunes into the chat and watch. I don't know who y'all's favorite player is, but man, you put Herbert Jones in front of your favorite player, man, I'm telling you right now, he's going to give him everything. He's going to give him hell. He's going to make him work. Herbert Jones is nothing nice to mess with, man, and just a glue guy on this basketball team, man. Without Herbert Jones, the Pelicans are not the same basketball team, man. That's just what it is. I see Onk ready to come up in on the chat, man. What's going on with you, Onk, in here?
What's up, EJ? What's going on now?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm really hyped right now, man. I'm seeing these Pelicans starting to look mature, man. They look like a team that's ready to put it all on the line and play some real winning basketball come the playoffs.
You know what I see? I see them not being afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
The Pelicans are playing no matter who it is. They come out. They do the same thing to every team. They might lose a game here and there, but, man, they coming out. I think we're putting fear into other people.
Yes.
I know it sounds like I'm being a home fan here, but I'm serious. Like, I'm talking about from a basketball standpoint. I think teams are a little bit nervous when they play us. When is the last time you've seen anybody make Tyrese Halliburton to 0 points in the entire game?
Yeah.
Why no national media outlet talked about that?
Herbert
Halliburton had 0 points, and he is a very good player. And Herb Jones kept that young man, I should say, to 0 points for his entire game.
Yes.
And we won that game.
Yes.
That was phenomenal. I mean, Herb Jones is what, a third-year player? It's unheard of.
Yeah.
His development, his shooting of the three-point shot, especially from the corner, 45% or more, something like that. That is
growth,
is amazing. Man. That is growth. That's amazing. That is all-star level type playing.
It's amazing that he failed so far.
Right. They talked about Kawhi when he, the claw and all that. Man, we got our own version of Kawhi right here on this team. Yeah, I'm gonna say
sir.
He's not. He may not be able to shoot the mid range like Kawhi, but he has a game.
Yes,
he ain't just a defender. That boy has an offensive game. He has an offensive repertoire. He can go in and take that ball in and get to the rim. He can go in and shoot that little 3-point jumper from the corner. He can hit it from. I mean, he's a good player, man. He's somebody that people are overlooking. I know they're talking about his game a little bit. We're not giving Trey Murphy enough credit.
Yeah.
Because having the both of them, they're different players, but I think Trey Murphy is growing defensively. He's getting rebounds. He's pushing that pace, and he's long, and he's strong too. He has a lot of strength in him. So I think with his confidence, with Jose Alvarado coming back, this so many times, EJ, you've seen.
I think we lost you. I think we lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay. I was saying, you've seen me in the show for years talking about how we need a bench. Man, we need better bench players. We need a second unit. We need a better second unit. And now look what we have. Yeah. We have a second unit that's better than most, probably, if not all of them. I mean, most teams, when they lose a star player, they lose one or two players, the whole team is different. Man, with the Pelicans, somebody go out, we still can win.
Yes.
We have competitors. We got players that come into play. And then you look at their practice. EJ, I'm telling you, these guys have chemistry. They play for each other. They play for the coach. They believe in each other. We got a really good team here. I think, being, like I said, like I put in a comment, Anthony Davis, the most he gave us was 48 wins after Chris Paul left. We had one season where we had 48 wins, and that was it. That was the most he ever gave us.
That's amazing.
Zion get the 50+ wins. If Zion get there, if he gets there, I think that makes his legacy a little bit better than what AD gave us already.
Yeah, I agree.
Already, I mean, I know people like, what? Man, yes, think about it. If AD only gave us 48 wins, and Zion come out with 51, 52, 53 wins or something like that, we gotta change the conversation, man.
Yeah. I agree with every single point you've made, man. You're hitting it on the head. You are on fire right now, man. I just love the fact, though, too, that the national media is sleeping on the Pelicans. Like
I mean, I wonder if it's deliberate. Is it on purpose?
I don't know. They just don't believe in the Pelicans, and you know what?
I
I'm
don't
actually
understand.
happy about that because
I am too.
you put that pressure on a team like New Orleans. You know, we're a small market team. And I've noticed every time we've gotten on national TV and everyone puts that pressure on us, we tend to fold. But when they see
So was San Antonio. It was a small market team till Tim Duncan and
right,
Tony Parker came along, and look what they built. I'm not
right.
saying that we there yet, but ain't no telling. What if we do? What if we do start to win? Maybe we do win a championship. Maybe we do start to become our little dynasty on our own. We never know what we have.
Hey, man, that's why I was so excited at the fact that this team we can finally see them healthy. That's what we were kind of looking forward to last year.
Right.
And how things kind of fell apart a little bit with that. But like seeing this happen this year now, it makes the front office go like, yeah, we can go ahead and move forward with this and create a dynasty with this. We add a
And it,
little bit more pieces with this and we can create a consistent playoff basketball,
mm-hmm.
team. So I like I said, I always love teams that are the underdog. I always love, the Saints are kind of look like that all the time.
Right.
And with the Pelicans, you know, the Pelicans seem to take on that little edge. They like that. They like the fact that people are sleeping on them. They like the fact that people don't
I
respect
would
them.
too. I would
You
too.
know?
I would
Yeah.
too. As a competitor, as a player, you know this. You play football. You would love it if you come to a team or you're a good team and nobody really paying attention to you. You could sneak up on people. You can win
Yes.
some games. You would love
Yes.
that. You'd be like, all
Yes.
right, go ahead, sleep on me. I got you. I'm about to come in and I'm about to show you what I got.
Right.
I don't need to talk. Let's go play ball.
Right. Let's just
That's what I
play.
like. That's what I like. I
Right.
like that. I like that. Even the players, they keep quiet. They're confident in themselves. They believe in themselves. They stick for each other and they fight for each other. But they don't talk a lot. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like on TV or
Yeah.
bragging. You don't hear none of that this year. They were doing that a little bit before, but now I see they don't talk much. They
Yeah.
keep it to themselves. They keep it in house and they do what they got to do and they go about their business. I
Well,
like that
that's
because
why we got to give respect to Zion because he's been the number one
oh man,
face of it.
yeah.
The national media is going to bring him to the national the
You
nation.
would think the off season that he had, you would think all the stuff that went on, all that negativity before the season started, you would think that would derail the season a little bit, but
Yes,
it hasn't, EJ. It has
this
not.
this kid
All
is
those personal issues that he had, remember all the stuff in social media,
yes,
man. He it has not affected his play whatsoever. If
yes.
it's
You
done
you
anything, it's emboldened him.
you really have to like give him props for that. Like
Yeah,
I mean that's hard.
that's
When
very hard.
you came into the league, you're the number one pick in the NBA draft, and there was so much excitement around you, and you had injury history and stuff,
Hmm.
and people are expecting so much out of you and everything. How do you fight through that adversity? And Zion has just been quiet. He's just been
Very.
playing his role. He has games where he takes over and he's of course the leading scorer and he's dominating, and then there's games where he can sit back and just play his role and don't have to be that number one scorer but
Right.
make key plays. He's just
And still have over 20 a game and still have 10 assists or 9 assists or 8
right,
assists and still have 6 7 8 rebounds. I mean, without even dominating the game. It'd be Brandon Ingram with 45 points. It'd be
right.
Trey Murphy with 30 points or 9 threes or whatever he's hitting, or Herb Jones.
Hmm.
He can still have a little midi game and still be dominant without having to
Right.
score all the points, because they're not going to give him those foul calls. They're not going to give him, and a lot of fouls he should be getting called for, but he don't get that. That's
I'm
another.
glad
That's
you
another
brought up
subject.
that point too. And before I even get into that real quick, Nas kind of mentioned, he said Zion already on a course surpassing AD on impact. He changed the shift when he got here. And he also
Mm,
said, we got the roster, coach ability, just got to catch high when supposed to be on games that should be done in.
yeah.
I feel what you're saying, Nas, and that's a great point, man. Like, you know, we're riding a high right now, but stay locked in. Don't get too ahead of yourself.
Just
But
keep them wins coming. Just keep
right,
on winning. That's all
keep
you got
keep
to do.
keep
Keep winning.
stacking the wins.
Win those games you're supposed to. When they got players out like tonight, We don't know if what's his name, Donovan Mitchell gonna play tonight.
Right.
Even if he is playing, come out, get that win, man.
Take
Go on to the next.
advantage. Yes.
Go on to the next game. Keep getting them wins. Stack them up. Get that position for the playoff, and then get ready to knock whoever in there out the first round. That's how you do that.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I want them to focus on.
And to kind of like go back to what you were mentioning with Zion's like foul calls, man. And that was another sign of maturity with him as well, because let's just say that was LeBron going through something like that. If it was LeBron is going to the NBA committee and he's causing them hell up there. But Zion doesn't whine about it. He doesn't whine about it. He just plays through the contact. Right. And it is what it is. But I just think the NBA needs to get better and give Zion that same energy. I understand he's big, but at the same time he gets whacked.
But it's a foul.
Yeah,
he could easily retaliate and do something wrong and maybe hurt somebody, but he's not doing that. I notice when he gets fouled, he gets up and go to the next play. Mm-hmm. He don't sit there and try to fuss or complain. Even when he gets hit real hard or get knocked down real hard or pulled down real hard in mid-flight going up with a layup or whatever, they pull his arm. That's a foul, man. You have to call it, but they're not going to do that. So he gets up, he goes to the next play and just keep playing. I do commend him for that, because a lot of other guys would be complaining and fussing and hollering and screaming or possibly getting a technical foul. And I like that he's not doing that, because in the playoffs, he won't be doing that in the playoffs, and that's going to help us win those games.
And that's why you gotta also respect the rest of the team for coming behind him and defending him the way that they do, because they see people attacking him. They see him not getting the calls that he deserves. I look at, and I'm not condoning none of this or anything like that, but you gotta go back and mention the Miami Heat game with Jose Alvarado and Najee Marshall. And Najee didn't even start it. But Najee came over there, made sure his teammate was straight. It was able and was gonna put it down on the line for his star, man. He wasn't gonna back down to no Jimmy Butler.
No, and you know what? Sometimes you gotta do that. You know that, being a football player, me, playing basketball. Sometimes you gotta get a little tough. Let them know, hey, look, bro, you're not gonna do all that. I don't care who you are. You're not doing that tonight. Not here.
Right.
And that's. You can call it a man thing, but I call it competitiveness. I call that sportsmanship.
Yeah. That's competitive nature, man.
If you sit there and let them dudes come and push you around like that, man, everybody gonna do it to you. It's just like a bully.
Right.
You gotta let them know, look, we got bullies on our team too.
Right.
I don't care if you Jimmy Butler. You push, we're gonna push back.
Right.
What's that? That's how you do that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna respect you till you don't respect us. That's how that goes. So you start disrespecting me, then you're gonna get the business. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Hey, man,
so I have no problem with them doing what they did. I have no problem with that.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I love the mentality. I love that. Hey,
man, look, we them boys. You ain't about to do that to us. I ain't with the Cowboys. I'm talking about, you ain't about to do that to us, bro.
Right. We're no pushovers over here.
You don't want like the Cowboys over here. Nah, that ain't what I'm talking about. So y'all can calm that down. That ain't what you're talking about. Nah, I'm talking about us being the Pelicans. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, don't get excited. No, ain't no Dallas over here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Gotta let him know he's there.
What's going on, Drunk? It's good to see you too as well in the chat. He said it's funny because Cavs and Pels in very similar positions where something got to shake or something got to shake. I agree with you, Drunk. I'm not gonna lie to you. If we had to pick a team in the East that were kind of more similar to the Pels, I would say the Cavs.
Yeah, I said that same thing. Yeah, that is a really good point, because I said the same thing last week when I was looking at the record. I'm like, man, nobody talks about the Cavaliers and nobody talks about the Pelicans. They don't talk about these two teams.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Like the Cavs, they beat some of the top teams in the East. Like they beat the Celtics. They came back and beat them without Donovan Mitchell, without Evan Mobley, without a lot of these stars. A lot of these national media, they're sleeping on teams like this, and I respect teams like the Cavs.
That goes to show you, EJ, they have an agenda, man. That's what that's all about. It's dollar signs and agenda. These national media, they're not okay. That's why I say I miss the days of Stuart Scott, people like that who did real sports reporting.
Right.
Reported the sports, reported the stats, reported the competitiveness of every team. They don't do that now. Now they just focus on LeBron and the Lakers. They focus on all the top names. But why Zion and Brandon Ingram not top names? They
Right.
stars too. Why we don't talk about them?
You know
Why? What's the
why?
real reason? Why?
You know why? It's
It doesn't make
because
sense.
they want those stars in big markets. They don't
But
like the fact.
they had Brandon Ingram in a big market. They let LeBron get him out of
Right, and they
there.
got rid of him. They got rid of him. You know.
Look at Josh Hart. Josh Hart had a triple-double the other night with the Knicks. Did anybody see that? And guess who he used to play for? The Lakers and the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah.
They didn't even talk about him when he was with the Lakers. So that's why I said that whole big market thing, I'm not buying that. There's another agenda behind that, man.
Yeah.
That certain players they don't want to put up front. I think even if the Pelicans won a championship, or even if they got to the semifinals or the finals, they still wouldn't talk about them. They'll still talk about that other team on the other side.
Oh, I'm sure.
They wouldn't give the Pelicans the prop. Let it be LeBron, though. All you're going to hear about is the king, LeBron James. That's all you're going to hear about.
Right.
And this ain't a LeBron hate. Right, I'm just saying the bias is blinding. It's obvious.
Drunk said the NBA is all about playoffs now. If you don't show improve in playoffs, people are going to dismiss you next season until you do. Hey, you know what, Drunk?
I don't know, Drunk, because they still talk about LeBron whether he win or lose.
It's funny though. It's funny now. I was watching the NBA live show a couple of days ago, and they were talking about Victor Wembanyama. And I'm not gonna I'm gonna show respect to the kid. The kid is gonna be great, man. He's gonna give us problems one day. You know, one day.
Hope he stay healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he stays healthy too. I think the Spurs are gonna be something else one day. This kid is a natural talent. But they were talking about on that show that they believe that Victor Wembanyama is gonna request a trade soon. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, they're making up stuff now, man. They make up stuff. They put that seed in the wind. They put it out there to cause people to start thinking and to cause the players to maybe think about it. I think that's what they do. They'll create stuff. They put it in the wind and let it blow to the other side. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's put it out there.
That was mind-boggling to me.
Let's put it out there. Yeah,
it's like this kid is a rookie. That he knows that he's on a team that didn't already have talent that he's gonna have to build and grow with, and that they got to put pieces around him. What makes him think that he's gonna demand trades to Greg Popovich and that whole Spurs organization and tell them, hey, I want to go to a city that's gonna allow me to win? Well, what is the whole point of the draft?
The Spurs have a legacy there. It's not an organization without a legacy. You have a great legacy in the San Antonio Spurs. Not just with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, but David Robinson, all the big men that were there. They have a legacy. They have a legacy of winning. Kawhi Leonard. They have a legacy. They've won championship recently, the last couple of 15, 20 years or what have you. But they've won. So, and you have the coach who won those championships with them still there. So Wemby, I don't think he's requesting a trade. I think this is just something the media is making up. Drunk said Bull might be on to something about big markets because Anthony Edwards gets no real NBA market.
Yes.
He doesn't. But people know his name. They talk about him a little bit more than they do Zion.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest there. They talk about him a little bit more.
They talk. Yeah. Now I agree with you on that. They do talk about Anthony Edwards a little bit more than Zion, but that's another good example. Drunk, like him being in Minnesota, they don't talk about him like that because they prioritize Lakers, they prioritize New York Knicks, they prioritize Miami Heat. Now that Denver has finally gotten good, they'll talk about Denver now.
Right.
But they don't talk about the smaller market teams, man. And it's mind-boggling to me the fact that I heard that on that show, and I'm like, bro, this guy is not thinking about leaving at all. He's trying to go ahead and make sure that he can bring talent to San Antonio so he can start winning. Why would he want to go ahead and leave a team, that he knew that he was coming in with, that wasn't going to have talent, and then
it's going to take a while.
Right. He knew it was going to take a while. He loves the organization. He loves the way he's at right now. Leave the kid alone, man. Let him do what he got to do.
He's a rookie, man. Stop it. He's a rookie. And drunk, I don't know, man. I'm reading your comment here. I'm drunk talking, but man, Wemby played Zion with the team the Pels got now as the finals contender. I don't know about that
Yeah,
because I think
I
if
don't
you
know about
trade
that one either.
Zion, if you're talking about trading Zion for Wemby, I don't think so because the Spurs will want a lot more than just him, and they will want a lot more. They want all our pieces. Nah, man, one player is not going to make up for the team that we have. We got a
Yeah,
team. We have a
yeah,
bench. We have players on our team. We got Jose. We got Trey. We got what's his name? Jordan Hawkins. Even though
yeah.
he's with the Birmingham Squadron, but he's still on our team. We got Najee Marshall. We got riders on our team. We're not breaking that up for no Wemby. I'm sorry, because
Yeah,
Wemby's still
look,
unproven.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Drone. Like I said, I mentioned it before
And
earlier.
yes, you are drunk, sir. Yes, you
Wimbyama,
are.
Wimbyama is gonna be good, and like I said, he's gonna give us some trouble, when they do decide to get some players and give him some help and everything. But
Right.
I'm not trading Zion.
No,
I'm still sticking with my
not
my
right now.
boy. And he's a special talent, man. When he's healthy, and he's been proving it all this season, man. I'm just
Right.
proud of the fact that he's been able to play through the noise, and he's just taking it a game at a time, man. This is what I've been waiting on since he's came into the league.
And you notice how quiet it got since he's been winning. You don't hear nothing. Stephen A. Smith shut his big mouth up.
Yeah,
That man been playing. Where you at, Stephen A? Yeah, we calling you out on the bench.
yeah,
Where you at?
we
I don't
sure
care how
are.
big you is. Where you at? You
We
call out
sure
our
are.
mans and our man's balling on you, and you ain't say nothing. Where you at? You said you were gonna be watching. Are you
Yeah.
watching? Are you watching? Yes,
You
Stephen
know,
A. Smith. We talking about you. Are you
it's
watching?
always funny too. I want to call out Kendrick Perkins too,
Call him
because
out.
Kendrick came out of there, all a couple of seasons ago, and I don't forget over here. We don't forget about what y'all be talking about national media. Look, Kendrick Perkins was talking about how he was going to donate, to New Orleans to go ahead after doing his Pelican spaces in Twitter. And was jumping on the Pelicans' neck about Zion and his eating habits and everything. Now you hear Kendrick Perkins. Now you want to hear him turn around and say, "Oh, Zion is doing well. The Pelicans are my sleeper team now, and all that." It's funny now, man. Keep that same energy, man. That's all I'm saying.
There you
Keep
go.
that same energy.
You back. I couldn't hear you, but you're back now.
Yeah, I was just talking about, Kendrick got to keep that same energy, man. He just got to keep that same energy. Now it's funny how they flop it now. Now they starting to see, how the Pelicans are all of a sudden are good now, and things are coming together over here. And now they don't want to talk about it like how they were used to doing. It's just funny, man. It's funny to me.
EJ, we got a lot of good Western Conference teams. I think the Pelicans gonna have some. They're gonna have to really be ready to play. You got OKC, you got the Clippers, you got Denver Nuggets, you got the Mavericks. I know the Mavericks are a little bit further down, but you got all these good teams in the West that's playing well. Pelicans, but we a team too to be filled with it. It ain't just them; it's us too. We right there. We right there. So I think we're just gonna have to be ready to play. I think we match up well with any of the teams.
I really
I honestly
think
like us matching up against the Clippers. I like how we
I
match
like it
up
too.
against them. I like that matchup. I know people say, "Man, you crazy? Why you say that?" I say, "Man, just look at the team. Look at the team. Look at the bench. Look at how we played them in the season. I know the season is different from the playoffs, but look at the matchup. We match up well against the Clippers. The only team I don't think we match up too well with, but even though we can beat them, is OKC. But we can beat them. We
Right.
can. It's just I think it depends on where the game will be played at. I think where the game was played, if we ended up having to play OKC, where we play would matter.
Yeah.
Who had home court advantage in that series would matter. I know it's a little early to talk playoff. I'm just looking a little further down the line about
No, you're
who we
good.
face
Look,
in that
I
first
agree.
round is gonna matter how far we go. That's my
I
opinion.
agree with that point. I really think this Western Conference has been feisty all season long. I'm so glad at the fact that and I'm gonna knock on wood on here because we still got to finish the rest of the season, but it doesn't look like so far we gonna head into that play-in tournament and be a part of that, which is great.
Yes,
But
indeed. Yes,
I would
indeed.
love for the Pels to go ahead and get some home court advantage against the Clippers, man. I'll take that.
Man, you know how that, man, the blender is gonna be ridiculous if we get home court advantage. Man, the blender's gonna be ridiculous. EJ, they said it's not a basketball city. I disagree. People love the Pelicans here. People don't go to the games to see how much people love the Pelicans. I'm talking about people who saying this is not a basketball city are the same ones that don't go to the game. Go to the games and see. You'll see it's a basketball city. People love the Pelicans here.
Yeah.
They love them. Go to the game. You're going to see how crowded and how loud it is in there. Just because you don't go to the game don't mean they're not a basketball city. That's not
right. Well, I always say this, man. If you winning in New Orleans, we gonna come out there and watch you, man.
Come out there, yeah.
If you're not winning, we ain't gonna worry about it.
Easy. I don't want to jinx them here. I really don't. But I just want to ask you this question. Let's say hypothetically the Pelicans go on and get to the finals this year. Let's say the Pelicans win it all after the year the Saints had. Okay, think about the year the Saints had. Terrible, right? And let's say the Pelicans go on and win the whole thing this year. They win it. They beat. I don't know, they end up playing Boston or somebody like that, and they beat them in a 7-game series in the final. Can you imagine what that would do to New Orleans?
Hey, man. New Orleans is in the need of a team to go ahead and bring their hopes back up right now. The Saints aren't what
they're not it right now. They're not it. I'm sorry. So
this is the Pelicans' chance right now. This is their chance to go ahead and win back the love of the city and be in the spotlight, man. Like, I don't think us going to the championship is far-fetched.
If the Pels win the NBA championship this year, man, the Saints better, man, look, I'm sorry. it will be shocking. It will just think about it. The history of the Saints having all that stuff, even though we only have one Super Bowl. But the Saints will be like, okay, look, the Pelicans will be like, look, we here now. We here too.
We here. We here too. We a big dog in this city.
We are here too.
Yeah.
Y'all can come over here and love us. Come love us. The Saints might let you down, but we ain't. We winning. Come over here.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Can you imagine
and I think like with these injuries happening, and knock on wood for the Pelicans,
right? Like please stay healthy, guys.
But with the Timberwolves, when Karl Anthony Towns went down.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Kawhi last night just went down.
Yeah,
this leaves the door open, man. I'm just telling you.
Get them wins. Yeah, get them wins. But that's how I look at it too, EJ. What you just said, the injuries, unfortunate. I don't want no player to get injured because I want us to beat the best. Right. But if they're not playing and not available, Pelicans, go ahead and get them. Knock them out. Go get them. It don't matter. Oh, they didn't have
go get them.
Well, that ain't
they're not feeling sorry for you when you were hurt, man. You go get them.
They ain't feel sorry for us in the play-in last year. They didn't feel sorry for us. We didn't have Zion. Did they feel sorry for us? No excuses, right? Well, here we go.
Yeah.
And guess what? Thank goodness he's still healthy. I pray that those dudes stay healthy, man. Just keep playing safe. Keep playing safe. Do your thing. Trot back, play defense. That's the other thing, man. Everybody playing defense. And I love that. And I do see that Willie Green is stepping them out a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mind that.
I love that Willie Green is using the entire lineup and using everybody so everybody can get, some time. So when the playoffs come, everybody going to play, man. Everybody going to have that drive. They're
ready to go. Ready to go, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I can't wait, man. Drunk said, just want to say, man, y'all got me watching the primetime Pels games, and they disappointed.
Hold on, no, Drunk. No, they've been winning some primetime games. You watched the last one? Have you been watching the last 3 games, sir? They've been winning. Where you at, Drunk? You too drunk to see that? Where you at?
Drunk said, I will forever say the Pels is just one player saying, this is my team ball in my hands last shot every game from being a whole problem. And he also said, those
all right, dog, I got you.
Point.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, man.
And then he said, Pels win the NBA Finals. Zion is coming back at 500 pounds next week.
Come on, man. No, but don't do Zion that, man. That's not. If anything, he could have came in at 500 pounds this year.
Well, you know what? I ain't gonna even be mad at him. If he bring me a championship. Hey,
man, go ahead and eat your cheeseburger. Go get your king cake, boy. Go get your
I'm telling you, go eat whatever you want,
yeah,
boy.
Hey,
just
We're
get
gonna
ready.
let every 504 cook them some gumbo. That's what's
Right.
gonna
Get back in shape before the season start again, man.
Yes, sir.
But man, it's about 7:00, so we're gonna do our little prediction time, man, real quick before this Cleveland Cavaliers game, man. This is gonna be a tough one because, like I said, I think the Cavaliers are a slept on team in the East. And they are a really good team. So,
very good team.
I need your prediction, man. I need to see who's that MVP tonight for you, and what's the final score?
My MVP tonight. I'm gonna say CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum, 27 points. Maybe 4 3-pointers, 4 of 7, something like that. My final score is gonna be 108 Cavaliers, 91.
Okay, I like that. That. And Drunk or anyone that's in the chat, man, y'all can always leave y'all MVP and final score in the chat. You know, we love to get everybody involved in it. But I think for me, man, this is another must-win game. I think, and I'm gonna keep saying that because all of these games are so important. And I think the Pelicans are gonna come out really hard in front of the home crowd. I really think that they're excited to be back home, man.
Oh yeah.
And I think Brandon Ingram will be my MVP tonight. And I think the final score gonna be close now. This is gonna be a good game. They're gonna come out hard, but I think the Pels pull this one out 112 to 105. Man, we get the dub at home, man.
And the reason I say CJ is because it depends on whether Donovan Mitchell plays or not. And if he doesn't play, CJ gonna go off.
Oh yeah.
But even if he does, I think CJ can still get that.
I agree. I think this could be a big night for CJ too as well. If Donovan Mitchell ain't in that backcourt, man, that'll be a good feasting for him. I know too though. They got that point guard over there too. That's pretty good.
Yes, they do.
Well. I'm not gonna sleep on him as well though.
No.
But look, Batter Sports Show podcast in the Deep South, man. I'm EJ504. This is Uncle Henry with me on the chat, man. I appreciate y'all, everyone that came in to go ahead and tune in with us. As y'all been noticing, I've been finally gotten around and had time to go ahead and put the schedule out and everything and put in YouTube all our video plans and everything. I even went ahead and put in the actual draft party for the New Orleans Saints. So I know everybody gets excited about that. So we'll go ahead and have the little draft party for that.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about it.
It's gonna be funny though that we gonna see everybody finally.
I'll be there
for that. You know, everybody be popping.
Everybody gonna be on for that. Yeah, your show gonna be hot that day. You might get a little alcohol in there. Drunk might be on there. Drunk.
Oh yeah, man.
Come through drunk.
Hey, get your popcorn ready, man, because it's gonna be a lot going on that night.
That Hennessy, all that.
Oh yeah, but look, it's still almost playoff time for the New Orleans Pelicans, man. So we still going to hear for them. Doggone, I'm getting excited, man. It's getting closer and closer to that time, man. So y'all go ahead and continue and show the support, man, for the New Orleans Pelicans, man. Doggone, they have played their ass off so far this season, man. Lord, keep supporting them, man.
Turn that energy to the Pels, man. Let go of the thing for a while. Let's support the Pels.
Yes, sir, man. But once again, man, y'all go ahead and like and subscribe on YouTube. Dad was able to Ever 504. He was able to go ahead and link some of our videos to the Facebook and to TikTok. So and we do, of course, have Twitter as well. So if y'all ever want to go ahead and keep up with us and everything, make sure y'all go ahead and like the videos, subscribe, man. Keep the views up, man. We not here playing around, man. We gonna continue to have our videos. We ain't going nowhere. We do the same old. So we love y'all, man. We love the support, man. And we gonna go ahead and let y'all get ready to go watch this game, man. And we gonna hit a hoop that on 3. A 1, 2, 3, hoop that.
Go Pels.